awful while since I made a video stream like this. We're gonna lower the volume of this. Since I made a video lower the volume. Still too loud, holy shit. Holy shit, bro. What the fuck? Still too loud, holy shit. Holy shit, bro. Testing. Testing. That should be okay. Alright guys, what is going on, bro? So, this is the very first episode of a podcast that I want to call Too Blunt Podcast. Alright guys, let's lower the noise here. This is the very first episode of a Okay, just checking the audio. Okay, we should be good. So, about me, they call me 4 Ninja 781. How you guys doing today? Let's let a couple people get in here before we really start getting into things. But a little bit about me. I started this YouTube channel back in 2018. Back when I started playing Apex in season, it was around season 16, season 17 that I really started getting into like making the content itself. But I started playing Apex around like 11, season 10, 11, right around the time when Seer came out, and he was dominating the meta. Just when I was really starting to get into the game. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I play COD, I play Apex, I play a bunch of different things. You can see here on the channel that I've been uploading a lot of different content on that over the last several years. And I know that I haven't been the most, consistent with it, but I want to try to make it a little more consistent lately. But yeah, I really want to give this a shot. I want to try a podcast setting, see if it works with you guys, and I want to talk about a few things today. More on Splitgate, and I want to talk about the state of Apex, how I'm feeling about going forward in season 28, and I also wanted to talk about the state of Black Ops 7, if I plan on continuing to make content on it, my overall thoughts on the game, the zombies mode, the multiplayer, everything like that. But if you guys are ready to get right into it, I mean, we can, man. Got some tea here. I'm set for good, man. Pomegranate tea, honey. You guys should give it a shot. But anyway, let's get right into this. Let's see if the audio is still doing well. I'm ready to get right into it. I mean, we can, man. I think we should start with Splitgate here. So let's go over to Splitgate. Let me go here and we will. Let's get right into this. We'll bring me down a little bit. And we'll start talking about Splitgate here. Just look at that, fellas. Look at the state of this game. And you guys got to remember that this game was saw by developers, and they invested over $100 million, plus another $1 million from marketing, to try to get this game off the ground. And just look at the state of it. I can't believe that this game is just sitting on life support right now. Don't ignore the ads at the bottom. I can't really get them off the screen. But anyway, this game started off with two dudes in a dorm room that wanted to shake up the FPS genre. And lo and behold, they released Splitgate 1, which, you know, at the time caught the world by storm. And several hundred thousands of people downloaded the game when it came out. It was a spin on, you know, Halo, Portal, and they wanted to bring in a mechanic where you could go through portals to, you know, fight people and make plays on. But, I mean, it worked for a while, and things were pretty good, going good for the game. And they got this huge marketing push by some investors, and got a lot of resources. I don't know the names of the investors that put into the game, but anyway, they invested $100 million in funding to make this game great. And instead of taking that funding and, you know, putting it into the game that people love to begin with, they started investing, developers I'm talking about, they started investing into Splitgate 2. And they went on this whole marketing campaign where they went on stage, and this guy, like the lead developer, something, they were making a "Make FPSs Great Again" hat, and they were talking about like how they're the big shots, and like Call of Duty and all these other genres were gonna be second fiddle and shit like that. Like, for the most part, they were full of themselves. And they wanted to make a battle royale along with this game, along with it being an arena shooter. So not only did we get a battle royale with this game, that no one asked for, by the way, they also had no identity at what they were trying to do and where they were trying to go with this game. So pretty much everybody abandoned this game. So what they had to do was everybody abandoned the game, and they pretty much put the game back in beta in order to be re-released to try to win back some players. And not only was the game not what players wanted anymore, but they also had some very egregious microtransactions to go with it. And it was just a mess, man. Like, they were completely out of touch on what the players wanted. They wanted a FPS shooter that would cater to both casuals and hardcore players, and they ended up just putting all this time and resources into this battle royale that no one had asked for. And at the time, you know, battle royales were starting to slow down, and people were becoming less interested in them, and people just wanted to return to form for like arena style like FPS games. So what we're looking at right here is, after they re-released the game, this game can't even hold on to 1,000 players at an evening in North America, and that's pretty terrible. I'm really feeling sorry for the people that really put a lot of time into this game and got good with it. I never tried. They rebranded to call it Arena Reloaded, to try to win back some players or get some new players to get the shtick off of their old name, so they didn't have to, you know, have marketing with the old name that cause them problems. But this is what we're looking at now, guys. And only about 914 people played the entire game today, and 25,000 people have played all-time peak when it released. It's pretty sad, guys, but it just goes to show that you can't be full of yourself, and you have to swallow your pride when you're trying to win people over. And you need a large player base in order to have a multiplayer game. And if you can't do that, and you can't find matches, you can't. It's just driving more and more people a day away by the minute, by the hour. So this is what we're looking at. This game's pretty much dead again on arrival, and the few times that a game has actually died twice within a very short period of time. And like I said, a lot of money went into this game, and most people thought that they were going to give the players what they wanted, and they ended up just not listening, being tone deaf, and releasing this battle royale that right now you can't even find full lobbies for. And most people are just they're queuing into games, and most of the players that they run into are just AI bots. So, and nobody wants to play against bots, let's be honest here. Maybe little Timmy, but that's a different story. But anyway, this is where Splitgate is, man. It's still free to play. I mean, if you guys want to give it a shot, I mean, you can. You're not going to lose anything. It's free to play on all platforms. But I don't see this game lasting for very long. I don't see this game... I don't even think this game's going to live into February, to be honest with you. I can see them pulling the plug probably in the next week or two. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled the plug on this game tomorrow. But the problem is, it's not a bad game. Like I played the re-release before they put it back into beta and then released it again. I played the original release of Splitgate 2, and like it wasn't that bad. It's kind of like Halo-ish with portals, and it was kind of fun. I mean, it didn't really hook me. There wasn't a whole lot of like progression and stuff like that. That's what the game really lacked. They added some things like that lately, but it was too little too late, and there was just not much going for it. And this is a big thing where like it wasn't the game that killed itself, it was the marketing, it was the developers being full of themselves, and they just kind of clowned when they were trying to market the game, and with the egregious microtransaction as soon as it came out, it kind of just fucking like if it blew up in their faces. So that's what I wanted to cover with this particular thing right now. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that this game should be revitalized. Do you think it can win back some players? Do you think it'll still be live service here in a few days or a few weeks? Let me know in the comments if you see that, or if you think that that's going to happen. But personally, I don't think this game's going to live past January. Whew. Sorry guys, I'm kind of getting the feel for like doing commentary. I don't really do it too often, but I think I made some pretty good points here. I just wanted to let you guys know that this game still exists. If you wanted to give it another go, it's free to play. You're not going to lose anything, but you might have a hard time finding people to queue up with. And unfortunately, with the dwindling player base, I don't see a reason to get too invested in the game, and neither do a lot of other players. So I don't think this game's going to survive past January. But that's all I wanted to talk about Splitgate today. Let's move on to Black Ops 7. Now, I know not a lot of people are talking about this game right now, and I know that Call of Duty fatigue is at an all-time low right now, and like nobody's watching it, nobody's playing it. They're at a current, I think the player base on Steam is like in the 30,000 mark. It's pretty bad for a Black Ops game, not gonna lie. And I know Steam isn't indicative of the whole player base, but you have to assume that trends are going to be at the same on other platforms. But regardless, people aren't watching Call of Duty content right now. People aren't watching Black Ops 7 content right now. The only thing that people are doing well on is like playing older CODs, or like doing older COD challenges, like T-Dog and Nero Cinema's talking about how bad COD's doing, and like shitting on COD. That also does well in the algorithm as well. But I don't think that this is the worst COD game that we've ever got. I really don't. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. Despite the campaign not doing well and not laying the foundation for what to expect in the game, I think the multiplayer's solid. I think the zombies is pretty solid as well. I wouldn't give them perfect 9 or 10 out of 10s, but I think this is easily a 6 or 7, zombies and multiplayer. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me. And I think the reason that this game is doing so badly is because of, number one, franchise fatigue. They've had a game come out every year for the past 20 years. And recently they've been having back-to-back titles of the same sub-series. And it's leading a lot of people to get burnout. Number two, the microtransactions and the nickel and diming of the player base really rubbed a lot of players the wrong way. And I think that it is quite clear that Activision and Microsoft are not a player-first company, and they're more of a shareholder-first company. And that has become very apparent over the last couple of years, especially since Modern Warfare 2019. And the third reason why I think a lot of people are tired of this franchise is because of the manipulative matchmaking and the strict SBMM that's similar to ranked, that a lot of people I think would say. And people are just tired. People don't want to be sliding on their butts around. People don't want to be, trying their ass off in a game of domination when they get home from work after a 10-hour day. People don't want to be playing like their lives are on the line against people that are, utilizing these Cronus Zens, playing on PC, keyboard and mouse on these 1440 monitors that, give like the top FPS or whatever, gigahertz, shit like that. People don't want to sweat anymore. And that's why you see games like Arc Raiders and things like that. They're more casual in nature. People are having a lot more fun, just chilling out, not having to try their hardest. So I think that's why those are the biggest reasons anyway of why people aren't talking about BO7. People aren't talking about Call of Duty at all. But you know what? I'll go against the grain. I'll praise the game a little bit. I think it's a solid 6 or 7 for both the zombies and the multiplayer. We won't talk about the campaign because we know the campaign's bad. But I wanted to get into some of the patch notes that have come. It was either yesterday or today, but I want to talk about some of these patch notes here. Let me go down here. So weapon tuning. I do want to cover some of the main stuff here that, that I'm glad they changed here with the game. Let me go through. So the Maddox. This was one of the biggest problems that has been in multiplayer probably since Season 1 came out. As you know, it's Season 1 Reloaded. Maybe most of you don't know because you don't play the game. But the Maddox RFB, it was a gun brought back from Black Ops 4. It came to the game and it completely took over the meta by storm. And lately when I've been playing, this is all I've been dying against. And it's become so bad that it made me not want to play the game. But we finally got some weapon tuning for the mid-season update. And they nerfed the range and the damage on this thing. For all the damage ranges, they've cut back on this. And they also require extra shots to kill at those ranges as well. So Really good on them for getting on top of that. I wish it could have been a little bit better. They also adjusted the Echo Fire barrel to make it that it's no longer as effective as it was before. The M15, again, another problem gun, zero recoil, had no business deleting people at certain ranges, like within the 40 or 50 range. Thankfully, these damage ranges were nerfed, and some of the damage numbers were nerfed as well, so that you can see a lot more variety here. They gave the AK-27 the Battle Scar conversion. That was the one where they kind of turned it into a DMR. They gave that a lot more of its handling back, so you can really play that. You can really use that, you know, more aggressively, kind of like the regular AK. So you won't be getting those reductions in your handling speeds with that conversion kit, because originally that conversion kit was a bad option, because it would nerf your handling. Your time to kill went way down, and I think they buffed the fire rate just slightly too as well to make it a little bit more attractive. But yeah, that it was just useless before that. Now it's a little bit more usable. The Maverick, they just you know, they had some slight buffs on the Maverick. Personally, I don't think the Maverick needed any buffs because it was a really strong gun to begin with. They buffed the Mirage as well. I think some of the attachments they did some buffs to as well. The SMGs, so the Sturmwolf came out. The Sturmwolf came out with the mid-season update with the Fallout collaboration, and it was pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty weak. It was kind of a pea shooter. They apparently buffed some of the damage ranges, and they made it so it only takes one less headshot to kill at longer ranges. So a little bit more usable there. I'm probably gonna take this gun into zombies and level it up there. Get infestation on it, and I'm also going to use the Hawker, but we'll get to the Hawker later. It's not going to be in this patch note. This came out yesterday, I believe, but we'll talk about the Hawker a little bit later. The Kogot, further reducing CK with headshots. Okay, so I don't think the Kogot needed a buff. I think it was working just fine, but apparently they buffed the ranges on that too. On the minimum damage range, they did decrease the damage just slightly.
For me, I had a bunch of credits and they transferred over.
What the hell is going on here?
Because we can accelerate, I finished very quickly. With WGU, you can start whenever.
What are we doing here?
American businesses.
Oh, there's a freaking ad going on. Sorry about that, guys.
Bridges, healthcare, and more. American entrepreneurs are the USA's unsung heroes.
I wish that wouldn't have happened.
Honor them. We at Patriot
Come on.
Thank you.
It's getting annoying. Alright, cool. We're back to where we want to be. Oh, there's a freaking ad going on. Sorry about that, guys. I wish that would Come on. It's getting annoying. Alright, cool. We're back to where we need to be. Cool. Alright. With the Raiden buffs, I don't think this gun needed buffs either. So they reduced the recoil on it, and I've been noticing that a lot of people are gravitating to the Raiden now. And I've been getting killed so quickly by it, and I think it's going to be the new meta gun for a while. The Razor, not so much. They buffed the Prestige attachment for the zero recoil barrel, and they made the recoil even smoother on it, so that might be something that I'm going to want to use even more than I already have been. The Razor is my favorite SMG in the game. But yeah, I'm probably going to check that out again. The Dravik, they reduced a lot of the ranges on the Dravik. I know that. It's not going to be looked well upon for its damage ranges anymore, which I'm perfectly fine with, because that was a problem. Definitely. The Carbon, apparently they put a lot of damage buffs and damage range buffs to this gun. I tried it out in game after the buffs. I still think it's terrible. It's still a pea shooter, and I've been getting outgunned by so many other guns when using it, so I'm still not going to be using this gun, even though they're clearly stating that, it got a lot more buffs than what it feels like. The MPC-25, or the MSMC from Black Ops 2, apparently got a lot more recoil smoothing, so that's not going to be nearly as hard to control as what it was. What are we looking at here now? The so-called 45, they improved the recoil on both fire modes. I don't see myself using this too much either way. Wasn't really a good gun to me. It put a bad taste in my mouth when it came out, so I don't think I'm really going to be going back to it. And it even sucked in zombies as well. So that's where I'm at with that gun. The M8A1. Apparently they buffed all the tactical stance spreads on it, so not really anything that I'm interested in using, but there's that. And apparently they also improved shot queuing for the Eon. I mean, I still think this gun sucks, but it'll prevent you from, accidentally doing follow-up shots when you don't need to. They pretty much, what do they do here? They did some handling improvements on the Velox. I heard that thing's been destroying in Warzone lately, even though I don't really play Warzone anymore. But apparently they nerfed the Velox akimbo into the ground when it came to Warzone, because it was becoming a problem. The Coda, you can no longer put the two attachments together to make the gun worse by mistake, so they fixed that. The launchers, I'm not really worried about the launchers because, who uses launchers in this game? And it is now easier to hit shots with the Ravager, the crossbow in the game. So that's that. Because there's less of an arc, and you don't have to lead your shots as much. The melees. Ballistic Knight will no longer automatically stow when it runs out. So they did add these maps, but they did take away. They said they took away Flagship because it was causing stability issues in the game. So Flagship is not in the game right now, even though it was a pretty good map for camos, as it was pretty small. But they added Meltdown from Black Ops 2. First time this has been added to any future COD. It was never remastered for. So, and they also took Fringe from Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 3. So we have that as well. There was also a perk, but there was also a specialist glitch that would allow you to get all your perks when running Bankroll. So they fixed that as well. They fixed up some progression issues with the stim shot. Let's see here. Yada yada yada. Okay, we're on to the zombies now. So apparently they made the so-called a little bit better with headshots with zombie mode. So I might actually take that back into zombies now, because I thought it was pretty terrible in zombies too. Stability fixes, yada yada. To have less ammo than tethered at first damage upgrade. Okay. Not really too worried about that. Season 1 reloaded. We got these maps. Yeah, Yokai is a very small map. Didn't really like the fact that that was such a small map to return. Vault Town, we all know about that. Multiplayer modes. Not really anything that I'm too worked on. They did just release the new event for the Hawker. I just unlocked the Hawker. It's really good. I would recommend using so you're supposed to collect bottle caps on the ground, just like the past couple games. Really boring way to fucking release events, but anyway, you gotta collect these bottle caps to get the Hawker, and you need 100 battle caps to get the Hawker. You can lock them in any order, but once you get 100 bottle caps, you can spend them on the Hawker, and you'll get that for free. They brought back some equipment from Black Ops 6, which I'm not too surprised about. They brought directed to Astra Malorum. They brought Zera Cosmodrome, which I do like. I do like as a survival map. The problem is there's way too many doors to open in that match. Project Rad's not really interested. Endgame world event, not really interested as well. Endgame, not really worried. They fixed some map exploits on multiplayer maps. Not really too worried about that either. They fixed some bugs with some score streaks. They lowered the pitch of the counter UAV. Fixed some stuff in zombies. Not really too worried about it. And what do we got here? That's pretty much the end of the patch notes for Black Ops 7. And all in all, it's going to be better for the game. I'm not sure it's going to win back players with the Maddox nerf or the balancing. Oh shit, we got another freaking ad here that I gotta fucking do.
Click or tap the banner to shop now.
Working across teams is tough,
Sorry,
but
I'll be out of this in just a second.
Asana AI can spot roadblocks and assign work to keep everything on track.
Stupid ads
That's
freaking
how
ruining
work is
shit.
handled. Visit us at asana.com.
And we're back, cool. So that's about everything I wanted to go over with Black Ops 7. But I just want to like hammer down the fact that like I don't think this game is that bad. I don't think it's as bad as what people are saying it is. I mean, the campaign, yes, that is as bad as people are saying it is. But it's not the worst Call of Duty we've ever gotten. It's not the worst thing that we've ever seen in COD. I just think that we're dealing with a lot of franchise fatigue. Activision, Microsoft, you know, alienating the player base, and it's just, it was a straw that broke the camel's back. And one COD too many. We had back-to-back Black Ops games. Black Ops 6 wasn't received very well. And Black Ops 7 it was a little tone deaf, and people aren't into this whole cracked out movement anymore. People are going more casual, playing things like Arc Raiders and stuff like that. So I don't see it winning back a whole lot of players. But I think if we keep on a good content schedule, they'll be able to maintain the players that we still do have. So that's where I wanted to go with that. Not the worst game in the world, but an unfortunate series of events have made it that people don't trust Call of Duty anymore. People don't trust Activision anymore. People don't trust the developers anymore. So that's where that is. Moving on to Apex. Let's look at some of the rumors that we have in Season 28. And I want to just go over some things that I'm feeling about in Apex right now. Wildcard mode. It's not for me. Wildcard mode is not for me. I play Apex because I want to play the traditional Battle Royale. And that's what I want to do. I don't play Apex for anything else. Wildcard, I know Wildcard, like, it brought a lot of people on board that didn't want to play Battle Royale anymore, and they're saying that, you know, Wildcard revitalized the game, and it's a lot of fun. It's just not why I personally play Apex. I play it for the traditional Battle Royale experience. And it's ruined a lot, and with the fact that they made it so that you can earn badges in the wildcard mode that you previously only were able to earn in the traditional battle royale or the ranked mode. It just makes the badges worthless now. And the amount of time that I spent, you know, earning those badges, you know, in a harder way, in either the ranked or the pubs mode, it just feels like people that are earning them now, you can't tell whether people earned them legitimately back in the day or if, you know, they're just earning them in wildcard in the respawn mode. So that's where I'm at with that. It's not completely ruined. I still enjoy playing the game, but I think a little bit of the integrity has just gone away, if you will. So that's how I'm standing on that. I'm okay with Season 27 for the most part. I think it's a pretty good season. They updated Olympus. They made a Horizon Town takeover, which was pretty fun. I like the map rotation as of right now. And the only thing I'm not really liking over the past couple seasons is the rank changes with dropships. I think you should still be able to land from dropships anywhere you want. Not really liking the new changes there. But let's get into the rumors for Season 28. let's see here. So we're looking at potentially early February, and we might be getting a map update for World's Edge. And I don't know how big this map update is going to be, but World's Edge, if you guys know this more than anybody, if you guys play Apex, I'm a Caustic main. World's Edge is my map, and major changes to World's Edge might spice things up for me, so I'm really excited for that. So we'll see what happens there. Hyper Mist is one of the best leakers for Apex that we have right now, so I kind of go to him for things on Twitter. And let's see what he has to say here. So we got a new collab, possible new elite weapon. I'm hearing maybe a Star Wars collab, so that idea has been floating around a little bit here. More focus on ranked. Wild cards, not really interested in the wild cards. A saber and a whip. So looks like season 28 maybe Seer focused a little bit, so they might bring him back into the meta a little bit. Themes on the horizon. So it hasn't officially confirmed anything, but yeah, I'm excited to see a World's Edge change. They haven't updated that map in a really long time. So let's see what else they're looking at here. A new renewed focus on ranked play. Might adjust ranked matchmaking entry costs, possibly aiming to minimize passive ratting strategies, and now reward more KP potentially. Cosmetic content, not really worried about that. Let's see what they're thinking about meta shifts. Let's see here. At least just respawn as constraint changes to ranked costs. And yeah, I'm hoping to see a meta shift. They need to really shake things up, really to keep people playing. I mean, they got a lot of players right now. But ranked is just not for me right now. I feel like ranked has gotten a lot harder. I can't really seem to get myself out of gold or plat with the new dropship changes, and you can call me dog shit all you want, but I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what I'm doing that I can't get out of gold or plat right now. But if you guys have any, like, you know, things that you could tell me that could improve my performance to get out of gold or plat, I mean, I always solo queue. It's really frustrating, but none of this has been confirmed. It's just leaks going around. And apparently a lot of PC movement they're bringing to console. And just like the super jump when you are grabbed onto a ledge, they're going to be bringing a lot more things like that to console apparently. Need an impact. Okay. Trap safe and beyond. Add easy to use movement text in the future. Cool. So they're going to make the game more accessible, which I don't mind. Like, because for the longevity of the game, they need the casual plays, the player base. And I learned this over the year. Games cannot survive without their casual player base. And I've learned that because I used to think that, you know, casual players shouldn't be catered to, but I'm starting to realize that you need both the casual player audience and the hardcore audience to agree on things, and you need to, you know, make things accessible to your 9-to-5 dads and things like that. So I'm starting to understand that and appreciate what they're doing there. But anyway, Ash leads popular life running Wraith close behind. Ash is still up there, man. These are kind of older posts, so I'm not gonna go too much there. But let's get out of here. Let's get my face back up here, and let's just, you know, talk for a little bit here. So we went over Splitgate, how that player base has basically dwindled to near nothing, and we also talked about Black Ops 7, how I don't think it's the worst game in the world, but the unfortunate thing is nobody is interested in it. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about COD and everything like that. COD, zombies, anything like that. But so I'm going to still talk about it because I still enjoy the game. But And if I don't get as many views for that, I'm still going to talk about it because it's something that I'm passionate about. So I'll keep talking about COD. I'll keep talking about Apex because I'm still into Apex. I have over 4,000 hours into Apex. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon when it comes to Apex. COD, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen with Modern Warfare 4 coming out here. Yep, Splitgate's dead. If you want to try it, it's free. Go ahead and try it. But that's about all I really wanted to cover today. And this was the very first episode of the Two Blunt COD podcast. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it so far. I know I was a little shaky, because I don't really do commentary that much. But I want to learn to do it. I want to get comfortable with it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys got any feedback, potential podcast ideas that you guys want to hear me cover, put it in the comments. Please leave a like on the video. And, show it to your friends. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys on the next podcast. I don't know when it's going to be or anything. I got to come up with some different things that I want to talk about. But if you guys want to hear some things from me, if you want me to cover some certain things, put them in the comments and I'll cover them. But this is the end of episode 1 of the Two Blunt podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Two Blunt podcast. Have a good night, everybody.